break, and this is break number 4,994. This is our Bowman Draft 2 and 2. All of the base paper cards in this break are going to be awarded to the Chicago White Sox. So base paper does not ship to your teams. All your chromes and base or paper color obviously do. All your hits, of course. We are going to run a duck race for the Chicago White Sox based off the cost of your team. That is how many ducks that you get in the duck race. The Nationals being the most expensive team in the break get 7. The Blue Jays have 5. The Orioles, the Reds, the Angels, the Yankees, Pirates, Mariners, Cardinals, Rangers have 3. The Braves, Red Sox, Astros, Dodgers, Brewers, A's, and Giants all have 2. And everybody else, you have 1 duck. That's going to put 62 ducks in the pond. 30 seconds on the clock. Winner is going to take the Chicago White Sox chances at Billy Carlson and Hagen Smith and others. And you guys are off. Good luck. Llama is going to rip this one, and then I'll be back for the next 1 or 2 breaks. Llama's also going to do the national, the Natty Hangover break for you guys. Looks like we're going to have a underdog win this one. The Kansas City Royals are going to take it. Royals beating out the Braves and the Reds. Who has Kansas City in this break? Royals in this break belong to Brian L. Congratulations, Brian. You're now having shots at the Chicago White Sox. So congratulations, man. You are... I think the Royals are a pretty cheap team in this one, if I'm not mistaken, too, right? They're not. They're a 1-duck team, right? How much were the Royals in this one? They were just under the threshold. They're a $95 team. And now he's got almost a $300 team to go with them.
They have 2 good prospects.
Yep.
And
he can hit Dan Marino. Yep. All right. I'm taking an intermission. I will be back for the next break. We'll do a giveaway after this break. We'll do another giveaway for chat. And you guys got the llama for Bowman.
What's a Bowman? Make sure I'll have the paper separate. Oh. Welcome to Bronze, Dickie. How we doing? All right. What did we think about the 2 new Hall of Famers that made it on in? Carlos Beltran and Andrew Jones. What did we think about that one? Juicers, but love them both. So, both better than Jeff. Well, Jeff Kent was on the was a committee thing. Both better than Roland Steele. Ah, that's nice. Steele Hall for the Reds for Greg. 417 out of 499. So do you know what percentage Andrew Jones got his first year on the ballot? It was like 7.3%. Which is crazy. Yeah, Don Mattingly probably should be in if they're in. Who's the other? Dale Murphy. Do you know how many career hits Andrew Jones has? 1,700. So you're saying that he probably just made it on defense, right? Why is Omar Vizquel not in the Hall of Fame? Jeff Kent should get in based on his mustache. Auto. Peter Cusau for John. JJ Weatherholt. Mattingly should be in. Jake Monroe, Brian Curley. It is criminal. It is criminal. 1933. So he had 1933. Had 10 gold gloves by 30. What did he do after? What did he do after? 30. And I hate to say this because RGL's in the room. Felix Hernandez makes the Hall of Fame and ruins the Hall of Fame. Hall of Very Good, not a Hall of Famer. Because if he gets in, then Andy Pettitte should get in too. And I don't think Andy Pettitte's a Hall of Famer. They have ruined the Hall of Fame. It should be the best of the best. And they put a bunch of Hall of Very Good players in just to put them in. Pete Rose should get in. The voters are morons. It's just my opinion. Marcus Phillips for the Red Sox. Going to Boston. Going to Greg. Greg, first couple hits in this one. What about Tim Lincecum? That's a very interesting. Dean Moss. So if he gets in, then Jacob deGrom should get in. Jacob deGrom should get in if you're going to put Lincecum in. Post-2000 Hall of Fame of all sports seems watered down. It's true. Could be a case for that as well. Eli. Ooh, Eli's an interesting one for football. Yes, I would put them in. I would put them in. Well, A-Rod technically I would not put in. That is a Mitch Voigt. That's nice. 47 out of 250 for John. Price prospects. JP Middleton on our speckle. And Chromiums. Farmello. Ike Irish. Refractors. Brought to you by DraftKings. Whoever said Eli getting in would be a joke, don't know ball. Well, I think Eli will eventually get in. We haven't hit minor bounties at 1,200. A-Rod was the only one that got caught. So the ones that didn't get caught should probably be in. Now, Andy Pettitte admitted that he did it. He did HGH when he was injured. Do you think Andy Pettitte should get in based on that? Eli absolutely get in. He'll get in at some point. Mason Neville, Willits on the prize prospects. Malachi Witherspoon refractor. Mason Peters. A lot of strong feelings on Eli. Yeah, though, I think the Baseball Hall of Fame's got very, very watered down. Where it's like they have to put someone in. You don't have to put someone in. Like last year, Billy Wagner got in, and I've never thought Billy Wagner Hall of Famer. Like, I know his stats say that he's great, but never, no Cy Youngs. I don't think he ever led the NL in saves. 99, oh, that's nice. 98 out of 199, Kate Anderson. How much is this going for, guys? It's a non-auto Ruck Daddy. It's a cool card, though. The only playoff games Eli won were the 2 Super Bowl championships. Cameron Maldonado for the Giants. Going to Sean B. Altuve is definitely going to get in. Altuve will definitely get in. Any comps on the Kate Anderson? Pettitte as an Astro? Come on. Come on, Craig Mack. What about Flacco? I know. Jamie Arnold. Auto. Kyle Ladois. Going to Brian. Nolan Ryan never had a Cy Young either, but he had 7 no-hitters. Compton on the refractor and JT Quinn. Altuve is definitely up there, unfortunately. Foles is in since he beat Brady. No. Saw Chase Utley is at, what, 59%. So Is Chase Utley going to make it in next year? Do you think Chase Utley should have made it in over Jeff Kent? Max Williams. Very nice. Very nice on the Max Williams. Checkerboard, X-Fractor. Dean Livingston and Antonio Jimenez on our refractors. No, Altuve gets in. Cade was out of 199. Cade was out of 199. 98 out of 199. Yeah, if it was out of 99. Thank you. Cade 50. Thank you, Greg. Greg, what do you think our Jets are doing? Gonna F it up? Aiden West. I'd get into if I knew what pitches. Oh, my God. We got Gavin Fiend on the inaction. Richie and Walter Yannick. Yeah, I think so, too. At least the Jets didn't hire Saleh. Oh, Titans did, huh? What do you think of the Titans? Robert Saleh is their new head coach. For Cam Ward, an offensive player. It's like pretty crazy. Sean Gamble refractor for KC going to Brian, and JT Thompson refractor. Helmet catch, best play in Super Bowl history. Talk about the David Tyree helmet catch. It's up there. Should have went to Baltimore. Who's Baltimore going to hire? That's who they liked? Well, weren't they looking at several other people? Harbaugh, Andrew Salas, LaCourse, and Duno. That is our first box. Jets luck, Saleh will win Coach of the Year. Please no. Who was their head coach, Tennessee? Was that like Brian Callahan? He got screwed by the Jets. I don't think he got screwed by the Jets. I don't think he should have ever been a head coach. It's like Aaron Glenn probably shouldn't have been a head coach. Very much cursed. See Saleh leave San Fran. Yeah, he won't develop Cam Ward well. I agree. He needs a good staff there. He never put together good staff with the Jets. Morey, McGonigal, and Episcope on the refractors. Tomlin's not going to the Ravens. Giants do. Aaron Mids. Yeah, I don't like Aaron Glenn as the coach. Reminds me of Gerard Mayo last year with the Patriots, actually. Billy Carlson, price prospects. Lombard and Bradfield refractor. Staff expert. Taylor, you think Aaron Glenn's good? You think he's a good head coach? The way he handles the press conferences, the media. No, I think he's pretty terrible. No auto yet. Yeah, Aaron Glenn's probably the worst hire since the Jets hired what's his face, the Adam Gase. Remember Adam Gase? Condon in action for Colorado going to Russell. Sirota and Felnin on our. Well, Antonio Pierce is getting job interviews for head coaching interviews. I think he interviewed for the Ravens job. I don't know if it was the Ravens. It was one of the openings. Do you know what position Aaron Glenn played in the NFL? He was a cornerback. Do you know how many interceptions the Jets had this year? 0. Me, Jeezy, and RGL had the same number of interceptions as the Jets had. No team in the history of the NFL has done that. But the Jets did it. 0. Seth Hernandez on the draft. Refractors of Curly, that's a nice one. And Gavin for San Fran, going to Sean. They're record setters. Stop it, Cheesecake. Stop it. First time, and we had, you know what, DJ Fate? Kick me while I'm down. Clint Kubiak? I don't know. This should be our auto here. Aiden West. Kanye's son. Going to the Dodgers. Going to be hammy. Too many coaches fired. Who would the Jets get? I don't know. Just have someone else coach. Have a fan coach. Probably be better. If you put the stats of QBs against the Jets this year, was it MVP season? Of course it was. Of course it was. Thanks, Ryan. Always making me feel better. Love you. Thank you. Champ, no. Hell no. How about Gabe Davis? Paper first. 197 out of 499. Oh, Malachi Witherspoon. That's sick. 66 out of 199. Detroit going to Zeb. Put that on one touch. What's Joe Judge doing? Joe Judge was pretty awful, too. Forgot about that bum. The Giants have also hired some pretty bad head coaches. Will we ever see Dax? No, we've been haunted. We've been haunted. Malachi is going to get a one-touch. He was... Joe... They're like, yeah, special teams guy. You're going to be the head coach of the Giants. Giants had what? Pat Shurmur? Malachi Witherspoon. 66 out of 199. Boom. Liam Doyle. Oh, Doyle rules. Let's hope. Let's hope. Jets are permanently... Come on, Ben. Come on, Ben. Just because you're a Patriots fan and everything got very lucky for you guys this year. I said it, lucky. I will say, if you guys cannot beat a hobbled Denver team, it'll prove how fluky your season has been. 59 out of 75. Cole for the Dodgers. Going to be hammy. Yannick. Who had the worst record in football? The Jets should have. Melendez and Frey. Oh, Sauce Gardner definitely did. Sauce Gardner. Net negative for both teams. Trying out a wide receiver. Well, the Raiders had it. JP Middleton. Our Speckle, Alfredo Duno. For the Reds, these are non-numbered. The Jets are due. I've been hearing that for like 10 years. Sky, that's nice. How much are these going for? Sky Blue, Billy Carlson. Going to Brian. You only get one per box. Malcolm Moore and Arun Escobar. Saw the Mets get Freddie Peralta. Jet Williams and Sproat. Headed to Milwaukee. What about your... I saw Mel Kiper project the Jets to draft Ty Simpson at 16, and I got really sick. I got sick to... Ben, don't even put that in the chat. Please don't... Someone erase that, please. That Ty Simpson... Yeah. Erase it. Someone. Xavier Nayans. Mayfield and Walker Jenkins. I erase it. Yeah, get rid of it. We don't need that slander in the chat. That is harassment and bullying at its finest. No Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson should still be playing in college. We're not trading down. We're not trading... Come on, Miguel. Auto. Tayton Gray. Going to Tampa. Going to Billy. Oh, Billy. Eli Willits. Top of that. George Lombard, Hedges, and Refractor JoJo Parker. Family-friendly reminder. Yeah. Those days are over. I would not... No. No, Austin. I didn't even get... Well, I got a Rodgers jersey. I do like that. I do like that. Now you're rubbing that in my face. Unbelievable, Josh Bell. I thought we were friends. Chris Ballard from the Colts probably should be not a general manager. Makai Lemon. I think we should just go all defense. For the Braves, for with all faults. Cody Miller, 177 out of 250. Eduardo Tate. I like Lemon, but Ebel, White, and Aiden West refractor. I like the corner McCoy from Tennessee if he's healthy. Didn't play at all last year. Mansour Delaney. It's not bad. I think we should just go all interior and exterior defensive line, to be honest. Christian Foch. CJ Gray. Be quiet, Cheesecake. No chiming in. Jack Garavich and Devin Taylor refractors. I didn't say Lemon was awful. It's not my birthday. Oh my god. Not my birthday. Simpson will end up in Miami. You think he'll end up in Miami? I don't think so. RGL chat for Chet's GM. Yeah, we need a defensive line. Will McDonald will be a free agent. Jermaine Johnson. Punter. We have a terrible punter, too, so. Jesus Made in action for Milwaukee. Joseph. Dean Curley. 219 out of 250. Another Jesus Made. 73 out of 150. Bryce Cunningham. 18 out of 99. We got a Mitch Voigt. Jacob Morrison is our first auto going to Milwaukee. Joseph. Kusau for the Mets. Second one. Going to John. And Landon Bodaric. 11 out of 150 for B. Hammy. Yeah, I was not great. Jacob Morrison, 6'7". I don't want to take a quarterback this year, Kevin. I've been saying that for months. Land in the Jets. We got one more box. We got one more box. Yeah, they'll take a developmental guy, like maybe like a Drew Aller, someone like that. You think Mendoza is a franchise? I don't think Mendoza is a franchise quarterback. I think he's like a Brock Purdy type, which is still good. Bodine, Mitch Voigt, 232 out of 250. 83 out of 125. Michael Selena. Thank you. Tommy White, 71 out of 75. Cannot believe we have not hit this bounty. Yeah. Let's, you know what? Purple. Let's do our base. Ryan Weidman. Going with all faults. Size, strength. 8 out of 50. Antonio Jimenez for the Mets going to John. It means you didn't like Caleb, Eric. 115 out of 2. Oh, okay. The one time that Taylor doesn't buy them. 115 out of 250. Xavier Nayans. I pull this guy all the time. This guy, Taylor, why didn't you buy the Astros again? You should have bought the Astros again. You went against it. And you did it. Antonio Jimenez. Yeah, I'm sorry. Only a couple good ones in that one. It's okay. Not everyone's a Hall of Fame quarterback. He's like Hall of Very Good, Brock Purdy. That's a good comparison. I wasn't saying that to put down Mendoza. Depends on your definition of franchise quarterback. Is he going to be like a Super Bowl, like a Josh Allen kind of guy? I don't know. Josh Allen hasn't got to a Super Bowl. Let's hit the squirrels. Save your names. Right. That was the only Ash. You didn't make a big mistake. You got one of the top 5. What are you talking about? You got one of the, like the top 5 prospects in this product. Auto. That was the only hit I got. You got the best hit of the break. That's crazy. That's a crazy comment. It is a prospect. They're all prospects. They're all prospects. Sean Gamble, Kate Anderson, Maldonado, Marcus Phillips, Steele Hall. And our one touches, Witherspoon, and Nance. Well.
Take the paper.
Yep. You think NFL will have Bowman? Probably. Maybe.
He'll probably do Bowman.
Jeez. I think a couple.
I got.
Yeah, we got a couple.
There's chromes in there.
Yeah, there's a couple in there.
Chromes back.
Thank you. Football.